What if having fewer companions reveals something profound about your personal evolution? This isn't about social failure or rejection. It's about a conscious choice that many of history's most impactful thinkers and creators made deliberately. The ancient Stoics viewed solitude not as isolation or loneliness, but as fertile cultivation, ground for character development and wisdom. They recognized that some of life's most valuable work happens in quiet rooms rather than crowded spaces. In our contemporary hypersocial world, where connection is constantly available and social metrics often define perceived success, choosing fewer meaningful connections frequently signals elevated selective standards rather than social inability. When you consciously curate your social circle, you're not withdrawing from people, you're advancing toward purpose. You're making a statement about what truly matters to you, about the quality of engagement you value, and about how you choose to spend your limited time and energy. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who governed the vast Roman Empire, yet consistently cherished his private reflections above courtly entertainments. In his meditations, written not for publication but for personal guidance, he demonstrated profound understanding that crowded rooms often house empty conversations, while solitary moments can contain the deepest wisdom. He didn't avoid people, he managed immense responsibility, but he recognized that his most important conversations happened within the quiet spaces of his own mind. Quality solitude builds what crowded company cannot. It's in these uninterrupted moments that we develop the capacity for original thought, for deep reflection, for connecting dots that others miss in their constant social buzz. The modern obsession with networking and social accumulation often comes at the expense of developing the inner resources that make us truly interesting, resilient, and self-sufficient individuals. This conscious, social distancing creates essential space for self-discovery and meaningful creation. When you step back from the endless cycle of social maintenance and performance, you give yourself permission to explore who you are beneath the social masks. You discover interests that are genuinely yours, not borrowed from your social group. You develop tastes and perspectives that haven't been filtered through collective approval. This process of self-discovery is messy, challenging, and often uncomfortable, but it's also where authentic identity forms. When you stop seeking external validation through social accumulation, you begin building an internal foundation that cannot be shaken by changing social winds. The approval you once sought from others becomes something you can provide for yourself. The confidence that came from group membership transforms into confidence rooted in self-knowledge and capability. This internal foundation becomes your true north, guiding you through life's complexities with greater stability and purpose. The energy once spent maintaining superficial social bonds now becomes available fuel for your personal and creative growth. Think about the mental and emotional resources consumed by social obligations, by keeping up appearances, by managing group dynamics, by the constant low-grade anxiety of social comparison. When you redirect this energy inward, it becomes transformative power. It fuels deep work, skill development, creative projects, and personal evolution that simply isn't possible when you're spread thin across numerous shallow connections. Epictetus, the former slave turned influential philosopher, taught a crucial principle: we become what we give our attention to. His wisdom prompts us to examine where our focus is flowing. Is it flowing outward, toward maintaining social standing and managing others' perceptions? Or is it flowing inward, toward developing character, wisdom, and meaningful work? The direction of your attention ultimately shapes the trajectory of your life and the person you become. This philosophical perspective doesn't advocate complete social withdrawal. The Stoics valued friendship and community deeply, but they approached relationships with intentionality rather than accumulation. They sought connections based on shared values and mutual growth rather than convenience or social advantage. Seneca wrote extensively about the importance of choosing friends carefully, noting that we become like those we associate with regularly. This selective approach to relationships ensures that our social connections actually support our growth rather than hinder it. The transformation from social dependence to self-sufficient strength follows a natural progression. It begins with recognizing the difference between loneliness and solitude, between the painful absence of desired connection and the chosen state of being alone with oneself. Many people fear solitude because they haven't developed the capacity to be interesting company for themselves. They rely on external stimulation and validation because they haven't cultivated internal resources. As you develop comfort with solitude, you begin discovering activities and interests that genuinely fulfill you, rather than simply serving as social currency. You read books that actually interest you, rather than just the popular ones everyone discusses. You pursue hobbies that challenge and fulfill you, rather than those that look impressive on social media. You develop skills because they matter to you, not because they earn social approval. Gradually, your relationship with yourself deepens. You become more interesting to yourself, more capable of self-entertainment, more skilled at self-regulation during challenging times. This self-relationship becomes the foundation upon which you can build genuinely meaningful external relationships, connections based on choice rather than need, on mutual growth rather than dependency. The practical application of these principles involves creating regular space for solitude in your daily life. This might mean protecting morning hours for deep work and reflection, scheduling regular digital detox periods, or creating physical spaces in your home dedicated to quiet contemplation. It involves developing the habit of checking in with yourself before making social commitments, asking whether an engagement aligns with your values and goals, rather than automatically accepting out of social obligation. It also means reframing how you view time alone. Instead of seeing solitary moments as empty space to be filled with social activity or digital distraction, you can learn to see them as opportunities for self-discovery and creative incubation. Some of history's greatest breakthroughs in science, art, and philosophy emerged from such quiet spaces. The quality of your solitude directly impacts the quality of your social connections. When you approach relationships from a place of self-sufficiency rather than neediness, you become capable of more authentic connection. You can engage with others because you genuinely value their company and perspective, not because you need them to fill some emptiness within yourself. This shift transforms your relationships from transactions of need to genuine connections of choice. The modern world often mistakes visibility for value and social activity for accomplishment. The Stoic perspective offers a crucial counterbalance, reminding us that some of our most important work happens in private, that our relationship with ourselves forms the foundation for all other relationships, and that true strength comes from within rather than from social validation. If this perspective resonates with your experience, if you've found strength in solitude or discovered that having fewer but deeper connections has served your growth, you're not alone in this understanding. The most innovative thinkers, transformative creators, and wise leaders throughout history have followed this path. They understood that the crowd's approval is fleeting, but the strength built through disciplined self-development endures. Your journey toward authentic strength continues with each conscious choice to prioritize depth over breadth, meaning over popularity, and internal foundation over external validation. The path may be less traveled, but it leads to rewards that crowded highways cannot offer: self-knowledge, genuine creativity, and the quiet confidence that comes from building your life on your own terms rather than social expectations. If these ideas speak to your experience, please like and follow Stoic Mindset Mastery for more insights into applying ancient wisdom to modern life challenges. The journey toward authentic selfhood is both challenging and profoundly rewarding, and it's a path worth walking with intention and philosophical guidance.